Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm freaking jazzed.
How about you?
Huh?
Excited?
They hooked me up with the banana peppers.
Wow, look at this complimentary pillow. And a complimentary garbage.
Sleep in my bed. I don't even care how dirty the tray is. Actually, it looks pretty clean.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna put my pillow on here.
Your back is gonna hurt if you do that.
Okay. Welcome.
I gotta try to sleep for 6 hours. I need to go to the bath. Alright.
I wonder if their TP is crusty like it is in Germany.
Our first stop after the airport was Kokulis Bakery, and they had the craziest looking pastries and sweets, and they were so good. I got this pistachio pastry, and I also got a Swiss mocha, which was incredible, and it was the perfect way to start our trip. Do it again. Look at this pizza. Looks good. After that, we made our way to the Blue Lagoon, which is one of the 25 wonders of the world. Even the walk into the Blue Lagoon was crazy cool because there was just lava rocks piled up everywhere the whole walk in. This is the first place we noticed the smell of sulfur, which we didn't realize was a very common smell to smell throughout Iceland because of all of the volcanoes and such, but it was still very surprising, and I guess we didn't realize how strong the smell would be. Alright, here we are in the Blue Lagoon, which is geothermal seawater. It's very warm, very relaxing, and just absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of silica and minerals and algae in the water, which is why we have our hair slathered in conditioner, because you don't want to put your hair in it or it can be very damaging without conditioner. There's a swim up bar that you get one free drink if you buy the pass we bought, and I got this little green juice, which was so yummy. There's also a little stand where you can get a complimentary silica mud mask, which is made from the actual silica from the Blue Lagoon. Got our mud mask.
My arms, I put them on my arms.
Tony's is somewhere on him. Trevor, look at you.
Oh, I put it all over.
Where's Mom? Did you not put it on your face? Where's Dad? Dad, look at yourself.
Alright, you guys, you said. Oh, it's so hot right here.
Kind of nice when it's raining, actually.
It's raining.
I feel like I'm watching in slow motion.
Oh, who's that?
I know.
Am I on camera or are you on camera?
You.
Oh, hello.
It's raining. Feels nice.
Doesn't feel too bad. Are you having fun?
Then right after that, we made our way to something called the Bridge Between Continents, which is a 15-meter or 50-foot bridge spanning a gaping rift between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates. It was actually so beautiful, and in that area in between, there was a bunch of this black sand, which this is the first time we kind of encountered that, but it is all over Iceland, and it was so beautiful. How did they make it? What do you mean?
I don't know how they do it.
Look it underneath here. The next place we went after that was the Reykjanes lighthouse, and apparently the first lighthouse ever built in Iceland was built there in 1878. So there was no painting, just a box. There's a freaking box. What's in the box? What's in the box? But by 1905, earthquakes and surf had damaged it so much that there was risk of it falling out to sea. So they demolished that one and built this one in 1907 and 1908, it says. And it's still up and you can go walk up to it. This day was the windiest day ever. It was so rainy, but it was really fun. However, the hike up there was a little treacherous. The next place we went to was Gunavur Hot Springs, which is a highly active geothermal area of mud pools and steam vents on the southwest part of the Reykjanes Peninsula. It's kind of got an eerie atmosphere, and it definitely has a sulfur smell there for sure. The name of the area comes from a legend or folklore story about an angry female ghost, which was very interesting to read. They had a little stand that told the story of it there, which you can look up online. It's a lot too long for me to tell here. But basically a priest trapped her spirit in the hot springs 400 years ago. And what's unique about this hot spring is that the groundwater is 100% seawater, unlike other geothermal areas on the island.
The best I can do here. Not too bad. There's housing, there's some stuff over there. Just trying to take pictures of real life.
Who's that?
She's a singer from Iceland. Is that like a museum? Oh, that's
got 700 meters, and then you're going to turn left on Klapparstígur.
how many meters?
600.
At this point, we finally made it to Reykjavik, where we would be spending our first night, and we spent the first night exploring the city. Okay, here's our first hotel we're staying in, Hotel Fron. Here's the bathroom. They got some fancy soap dispensers. They have a little kitchen. Never seen this in a hotel room. Bed. Tatum already made the couch into bed. Desk. This. Mirror. Wait, is this a vortex? Not quite. And then this is the view from outside. Haunted or not? Oh my god. Is it actually? Oh, they're literally right here. After finding our hotel, the first place we walked around was the Rainbow Road, which is in the city of Reykjavik, and it is just so cute and a great photo op. And then we went to a place called Fish and Chips Restaurant, I believe it was called, and we had fish and chips and it was delicious. And then after that we walked around to a couple different gift shops and just around the city and took it all in. After walking around for a little while, we went to Valdi's. It's a little cute ice cream shop in the city, and everyone tried a bunch of different flavors, but mainly we were there to try the rye bread ice cream, which is a common flavor there, and it ended up being really good, but not what we expected it to taste like, I guess.
But it's like
Pistachio is good. I'm gonna try the rye bread.
Trevor, what did you get?
I mean,
it's like
chocolate chip and then Kinder.
I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a dark, like deep flavor. The rye bread.
It's good.
It's good, but I can't describe it either.
These are both so good.
Good choice, friends.
This rye bread is good.
I don't know what it is.
It's rye bread.
I don't either.
It's a real caraway.
Is it like candy?
But you guys, rye bread is like
It's like,
savory.
yeah.
But I mean, it's with an ice cream base, milk,
Right,
sugar.
but it's, you know, like rye bread alone, it ain't that great. But this is good.
Yeah, it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't taste like bread to me, but it's very good.
This looks like a restaurant.
It probably is. Brew doggy. Before calling it a night, we went to this little shop that sold Icelandic chocolate and bought ourselves some Icelandic chocolate, obviously. And then the next morning, it was so weird. We woke up at like 7 and we wanted to go get coffee before we had our hotel breakfast. And there was no coffee shops open except literally one. And all the rest open at like 10 or noon, and there was absolutely no one on the road. So people there must not get up early at all. But this was the one place open, Sandholt. Their pastries looked insane. However, we didn't get one that day, just a coffee, but it was still delicious. I got a flat white for the first time. And it's intense. Then we went and had our hotel's complimentary breakfast, which was delicious and had such a variety of items. Let the caddy. And then my sister and I went for another little walk quickly before we had to pack up all of our things and make our way down to Vik, which is the city we would be spending the next 2 nights in. Do we need a card?
This thing's super cute.
It's so tiny. On our drive down, we ended up pulling off at this little area where people were taking pictures and looking around. I don't think we really knew what to expect at this point in the trip yet, So we were just like pulling off anywhere we saw people. Looking back, it's not a place I necessarily would go back to or recommend stopping at, just because there's so many other cool places in Iceland that I think are a better place to go to. Next, we went to Þingvellir National Park. We didn't go through the whole national park, but we did pick one little area that was actually so beautiful, and there was a bunch of rocks and cliffs and things you could climb on, and it was breathtaking, but it was a little bit eerie because it was so quiet that you could like hear your ears ringing because it was that quiet. It was a little bit giving midsummer. Yeah, these rocks
It's like
are
it's been
crazy.
eroded. Oh, some alien rocks.
Bones.
Is there anything to see?
Yeah, it's really cool actually.
It's like a meadow. Oh, let's see one tree. Look, is it cool over there? Should I climb up to the top
It's
of that?
actually like real vegetation.
Go through the front door, sir. High School Musical.
Well, that's cool as
So you're
hell.
doing something different. It's like, you mean like going left?
I wish we were getting the sulfur smell over here too. It just adds to the vibe.
Whoa, slippery.
Okay, I'll slip. Might be a fun adventure.
Try to get down without dying now.
Okay.
When you see him get down, you might want to video this first.
Is this a video?
Yeah.
That was a 0.5.
It is a 0.5 video.
0.5 video. That's crazy.
It's ready.
Some of them are just more chewy than
Can you
other
move your
ones.
head, please?
All
But it
rangers
tastes
put
like, yeah,
together.
it's like salty liquor.
Wait,
It's
wait.
good.
I think only these are the salty ones. I think the pineapple and the pretzel are salty, and the other ones are just
This one's not salty.
yeah,
Give me a salty.
If you like black.
kinda.
They're all salty.
I don't like it.
They're
I will not
delicious.
have it.
Oh,
You don't like black
That's
liquor?
not licorice.
Yes, it is.
the pineapple one didn't taste as licoricey. Maybe because it's blubbery.
Horrible.
No.
It's all the way up.
Alright, so this was our first attempt at getting to Brewerfoss, which is a waterfall, but we accidentally parked in the area where you need to take a 3-kilometer walk to get there, which we weren't anticipating, and we didn't allot enough time for that in our day with all of the other things we wanted to see. But we thought the sign said 300-meter walk, so we're like, oh, that's really close. And the walk was absolutely beautiful, but we got partway through the walk and we're like, okay, we've been walking like 10 minutes. I don't think this is a 300-meter walk. And so we got to this crazy little part with all these rocks that was slippery and going across a little river, and we were like, okay, this is not what we're supposed to be doing. I think we went the wrong way. So we ended up turning back around, and then we drove a little bit and found an area where you could park and walk like literally 5 seconds to the waterfall, and we ended up doing that instead, obviously, and that was what our intention was in the first place. But it was absolutely gorgeous, and the water is this really pretty blue color due to the glacial river carrying glacier silt through the water. It was absolutely stunning, and I would highly recommend adding this to your list of things to do if you go to Iceland.
Cody.
I love the blue. How is it blue?
I will say it's good.
Oh my god, that is so cold. To the center of the earth?
That's where you dropped into your surfboard.
On my surfboard?
Next, we went to Stroker Geyser, and we did not realize this was such a big tourist area. They have a geyser center across the street and a bunch of restaurants and stuff like that, and even hotels. But the geyser here erupts every, I think, 5 to 10 minutes, and we got this really cool video of it erupting, and it was a fun place to go. It was not my favorite place, but I do think it was really cool to see that geyser. We ended up taking a little hike up a little mountain area to look at a couple other geysers, and then there was an even higher hike to go just see a big landscape area, which was really grassy and just really gorgeous, which you'll see in a little bit. But yeah, anyway, that's my take on that.
What the fuck did I say?
You're gonna do it again, right?
Maybe.
Did you catch it?
What? It's bubbling down here, look.
Oh, 80 to 100. That's cool.
Oh, Celsius? Yeah, that's hot.
100 degrees Celsius is boiling point.
Yeah. That's my butthole after Taco Bell.
Amazing. alive with the sound.
Next, we went to Kerid Crater, which is one of my favorite places and nature things we saw. And it is a volcanic crater lake. Scientists believe that it was once a cone-shaped volcano, but when it erupted, they believe that the volcano depleted its magma reserve, which caused the foundation to fall in on itself and result in this crater lake. And they think that centuries after the collapse, it filled with water, resulting in this lake. And the reason it is so vividly colored is the minerals from the rocks that seep into and dye the water aquamarine color that it is well known for. And like I said, this was one of my favorite places we went to. It was just breathtaking and so gorgeous. Highly recommend.
But not as good as expected.
No, yeah, definitely not as cold as the other one. That's cool.
Make me feel dizzy. Pretty cool.
That was the remnants of it.
Wow. It's actually so cool.
This is awesome. This is so cool. Wow. Oh, fogging up my glasses.
And you stop.
In 200 meters at the roundabout, take the third exit.
Subway.
Next, we went to seljalandsfoss, which is a waterfall that can be fully encircled, meaning that there's a path that goes all the way around it, and at the back of the circle you can go behind the waterfall, which is the coolest part. You definitely get wet here, so you need to make sure you have rain gear on or just be okay with getting wet, because when you're behind the waterfall it's splashing up at you. But this was really beautiful, and I think it was such a cool experience. I don't feel like you get to walk behind waterfalls very often, so that was really fun. Next, we were trying to find this outdoor swimming pool. I don't know how to pronounce it. I tried to look it up online and couldn't figure it out, so I'll put the name on the screen. But it's supposedly a hidden swimming pool outside, but a lot of tourists know about it. Alright, we're walking to a swimming pool that's apparently out here. No service on our phones. Anything could happen. So stay tuned.
Right through the middle.
We're going right through the middle.
It's over there.
Don't know. Basically what happened is our GPS told us we were there, and then it also told us though that we needed to walk 10 more minutes to find it. We couldn't see past all of these mountains, so we just went with it. There was a couple other tourists looking for it too, so we all made our way, and this was the absolute most gorgeous hike of our entire trip. The mountains were just insane, and it didn't even feel real. It was breathtakingly beautiful. I wanted to live in this little area, just like pitch a tent and live there because it was so pretty. Like I said, the best hike of the trip. Anyway, we did end up finding the pool. It was a ways down, but there was no cell reception, so anything could happen. This is my brother running back to us to tell us he did indeed find it up there.
Honestly, how does anyone know about this place? We've walked so far, and it's just like so far in the middle of nowhere. This is actually crazy. More black sand. This is actually insane.
So according to online, this is a geothermal pool. However, it also says online that it's only cleaned once a year, making it not super hygienic, which is the reason I'm not fully in the pool. I'm just putting my feet in because it kind of grossed me out. But I would still highly recommend coming here, even if you don't plan to swim, just because, first of all, the hike, beautiful, and it's still really cool to see this little pool in the middle of these ginormous mountains. It's just insane. So I would still highly recommend going, even if you do not plan to swim.
Sorry, Trevor, I didn't get you in it.
There's steam coming off of it.
Absolutely crazy.
Next, we went to the most adorable little crepe stand. This was in Vic. We had finally made it there at this point. And we got the crepe that had bananas, Nutella, and Prince Polos, which is like a wafer chocolate candy bar, I believe. And it was incredible. It was called crepes.is. I don't actually know how to pronounce that, but it was so cute. And then after we went to this burger restaurant for dinner, I got a vegan burger and some jalapeno cheese balls, which were delicious, and it was a great way to end up the night. We were eating dinner at like 9 p.m. because we had done so much that day, and it was much needed and very delicious. And then after that, we finally made it to our hotel, which was up a mountain, up at the very top, kind of secluded. It was really cool. It was called Hotel Dirhole, I believe, and it was so cute. I really liked this hotel. It was kind of in the middle of nowhere, and I loved that.
It's a liminal space. Ooh, spooky.
So that concludes the end of the second day of our trip, and that's going to be the end of this vlog, but stay tuned and part 2 will be coming with the remainder of our trip.